Hi, Randy McKee, Soccer 605 here. I'm here again tonight with Coach Derry. We're going to wrap up the state tournament. Really exciting last day. We had, just about everything a guy could ask for. Had great weather for the players, just a little bit of rain, but we got rid of that wind that bothered everybody so much the last couple days. So, Coach, let's start with the A girls and work our way up from there.
Yeah, the A girls, the matchup of the championship game was Harrisburg versus West Central, and West Central, as they did all season long, just showed that they were the class of the tournament, and take nothing away from the Harrisburg girls. Great group of girls there. They tried to do some different things. They had the ball down in their offensive half quite a bit. They just couldn't break that glass door down, so to speak, and West Central earned a great tournament and a great season.
Coach Anderson over there, I never got to meet him before this, but I'm so impressed with that guy. He's just level-headed. The girls really respect him and love him, and he just is quietly building what looks to me like a dynasty over there at Hartford.
Boy, I tell you what, what is this, a second or third in a row for them? And yeah, you can't use any other word but dynasty. Until someone knocks them off the pedestal, that's where it's at. So, he's done a great job. You can't take anything away from what he's done, and the program keeps generating out year after year, and that's a sign of a good program. You got teams who hit and miss and come and go, but if they can continually be there every year, year in and year out, that's a sign of a solid foundation, a solid program, and it starts at the top.
Yeah, and it seems like he has that perfect ratio. He's moving 5 seniors out and 5 really good underclassmen in, and he just got that pipeline filled full of those young players who love to play. Exactly,
and that's from my years at coaching in Pierre. That was the bread and butter for our program. We had seniors every year. We had a good mix of between 8 and 12, and every year the junior class coming up was another mix of them, and you gotta build from the bottom and make sure you got your foundation and you got your subs and you got your full JV rosters and you're developing the kids, and it develops into a year in and year out power program, and that's definitely what he's done.
And they got some stuff going on there over there at Harrisburg, and with some of these young players like Jessie Moyer and Shuri Dirks and Hannah Luce and some of these other girls who are just young, really athletic, and Harrisburg's famous for turning out a lot of good athletic players as well. So, I think Coach Ferens over there has a pretty bright future at Harrisburg too.
I agree 100%. There's take nothing away from his team this year. They had a great season. They're going to finish second this year. And I have nothing but the utmost respect for the product that was out on the field. It looked like a great product. It was just looked to be just it just wasn't their time yet.
Yeah.
And maybe that's coming next year. He's got a heck of a young group.
I think we can look forward to some real battles with those teams over the next few years. And then we got other teams in that mix. Belle Fourche is really young. They're only losing 2 seniors. St. Thomas More, always competitive. So, that A girls is a place to watch, and the quality of soccer is improving every year.
Exactly, and that's awesome to see.
Over on the A boys side, we had a lot of people yesterday after they saw the matchups with Groton and Sioux Falls Christian, and there's all the mix from last year where one eliminated the other, and there's that rivalry going on. I wouldn't say bad blood, but just rivalry, and a very honest, respectful rivalry too.
Oh, and I actually had to kind of laugh. One of the coaches after their game came up and said he saw us on our wrap-up from yesterday and said, it was exactly what you said, Coach. It was the blue-collar workers against, the show. And, the show came out on top. And, they did. That game was everything it was supposed to be. It was a hard-fought battle. It went to PK shootout. And no one this year took Sioux Falls Christian like that. No one took it to them. And Sioux Falls Christian, I'm one of them that was thinking what's going to happen when they get pushed, and Groton pushed them. Doug Heinrich and Toby Sarda and the group of boys that are over there. They're not going away. They're still going to be tough again next year. So it's Sioux Falls Christian earned it. They they were the, Soccer 605 #1 team.
Yep.
And they came out as the #1 team, but today they got tested.
Talking to Coach Chase, Ryan Chase today, one of the things that I've seen in the past when I'm coaching teams that are used to scoring a lot of goals, and we always tried to stop them from scoring, a lot of times you see a lot of frustration and some breakdown there, but they maintain their composure. The Groton put just unbelievable pressure on them. Every place on the field, just unbelievable. But they maintained their composure and didn't start fighting among each other. And they really acted like champions. But so did Groton. It's one of those teams where you wish both teams could take home the first place trophy.
Exactly. I mean, a PK shootout is a tough way to lose, but it also shows that it was two teams that were, both put all their heart and gut out there, and one had to lose.
Yeah.
And it's the hard thing of life. But hats off to Groton. Great job. Great season. Came in, played a heck of a tournament. I got to see the Groton boys once this weekend as a referee, and I thought they were definitely ready for the championship round, and they got there and they proved they were there. They just came up a little bit short.
They earned a lot of respect.
They did.
Now in the AA girls, that was really the big upsets, the big surprises, and everything happened there. Stevens sneaked out a 1-point victory over Roosevelt in the third place game, another hard fought game, and then we go up to that championship match and Aberdeen just takes over.
Wow, and I've got nothing more to say than wow. I mean, I thought Lincoln, I watched Lincoln play Pierre in the opening round, and then I got to watch Lincoln play yesterday, and I got to watch Aberdeen. I didn't get to see him in the opening round, but I got to see him yesterday as well. And in the preseason, before the season started, I kind of told people I thought Aberdeen might have a shot this year with the group of girls that they have, and that group of girls anchored by Brittany, the keeper, and then Katie, and I mean, where do you start? Sarah Borchard up front for them.
Yeah.
I don't know how many goals she had this weekend, but I know I saw 4.
Yeah.
Well,
and any team that Coach Askey's coaching, they're going to show up and they play respectfully. But I'll tell you what, if you're taking 2 touches on the ball, you're going to get nailed.
Oh, absolutely, and he's got. And I looked at that roster. I mean, they're going to lose Brittany, and Katie as seniors. But, I mean, Lynn Renner's still there. You got Paige Summers. You've got Sarah Borcher coming back, Christy. I mean, they've got a heck of a group of girls, and they're not going anywhere next year.
No, the girls in the light blue suits today had a lot to be proud of. I got to watch Lincoln a lot just because of being around Sioux Falls. But, Coach Burkhalter, every game sat down and said, where do we need to fix this week to bring them up? And every single week, he made the team better. And they just got better and better and better. And, their ultimate game yesterday in sending Stevens to home. Boy, they made so much improvement, and they've got a young team there.
Oh, they got yeah. And they're anchored by a freshman keeper, Maggie Smithers. And, I mean, they got youth all over the place. Yes, they have their upperclassmen just like everyone else, but Coach Burkhalter, great job. He brought those girls along. They were in the top 3, 4, 5 all year long, and they were hanging around. They didn't give up a lot of goals.
Yeah.
They were in the mix in every game they were in, and he just